sit in the living room, pick with things, straighten up things, go shopping on the net. These are the things that you have to look at. Some of those reasons why you're pushed to the statement of you're getting on your nerves has everything to do with you and nothing to do with them. And then I have to bring the attention to the fact that because you've been confined for a period of time, there's a level of laziness, or not even that. Before you was even confined to this COVID-19 quarantine, you are now realizing some things you neglected. And both of y'all being confined at the same time, notice it. And because the other person vocalizes it, doesn't mean they're wrong. It just means that they see what you see. And you might say, well, I'm grown and I don't need nobody telling me X, Y, and Z. Or I'm grown, I don't need her saying X, Y, and Z to me. And that's true, but it's a relationship. It's just as simple as, babe. And this is on a small scale. You forgot to take out the trash. You know you forgot to take out the trash, but you in your bedroom clothes now. So how hard is it to slip on your slippers, put on your, and just walk outside and take the trash out? It's uncomfortable, but that neglect can roll over into other things. Ants. Or anything else. Your dog jumping up and eating through your trash. Or your cat. And I'm not a fan of cats. And cat lovers, high five to y'all. But your cat could jump on your trash. Then what? And then on a bigger scale, the person might bring up to you, when last time we sat and watched a movie together? And it crossed your mind, but you didn't vocalize it. And that person vocalized it. And a level of irritation comes up to you because you thinking of all the other stuff that you could tend to because you're at home now. But this is we time, us time, me time, your time, together time. And you have to calm your nerves and realize, dang, they right. Let's click on a movie and watch it together. Or the nitpicking. The nitpicking is bringing people to a point where you're ticking everybody off. So what you cook, everything in the house. You've been cooking. Just because everybody home now, that don't mean they need to pitch in. If that's something that you've been doing, why start nitpicking now? Because they're sitting at home. They're confined to at home. And that might not be their strength. And you challenging and pushing people to do what they don't like doing. They don't like cooking. So why even nitpick about that? They don't like doing laundry. You've been doing the laundry. But now that since y'all both at home, now you want to nitpick at that. Don't get sidetracked and caught up in the current events that you forget what been making your relationship work. It been making your relationship work. Him doing his own thing, you doing your own thing, and then returning back home After y'all do whatever y'all do with y'all careers and you returning back home and spending time with each other, don't forget that time away made y'all appreciate each other more and love each other and take the time that you do have with each other and cherish it a little more. So if you confined in the house a little more, let them go in another room. And you be comfortable with going into another room. You have to keep those things in mind. Confinement does not mean I got to be around you 24/7. I got to know everything you're doing. Your phone go off. Well, if I'm that preoccupied with your life to try to figure out every time your phone goes off, then there's something that I'm not doing in my life. I'm stepping on toes, but you're going to appreciate me later on. If I'm preoccupied with your phone ringing or going off, that it bothers me. And now all of a sudden I have a level of irritation. Let me step back and look at what I could be doing with that time aside from that. It's either negative or positive energy, always flowing through the universe, negative or positive. And you choose which one. Sometimes that negative energy can propel you into positive. Well, let me start doing my own thing. And let me tell you, doing my own thing is not the negative doing my own thing. It doesn't mean stepping outside your relationship and entertaining other people. Doing your own thing is finding out what will steer you into a deeper realm of success. You might be doing good for yourself, but what if you could be doing better? Good is never better than better. So why not strive for better? Good is never better than better. So why not strive for better? If you're a teacher, this is the time for you to, everything that was making you stressed, counteract it now. Start taking at-home yoga lessons. Start taking meditation lessons. Start taking things that help build the individual me time so that you can be a better teacher when you are a teacher, when you become back into teaching. So take this time to look at that. If you're a boxer, start being on YouTube and looking at reviews on boxing and the strengths of other people and what made it work with them. You're doing good, but what if you could be doing better? This is the time. Everybody been running rampant with all these different agendas to appear to be busy, and they never have time to make good better. Now it's the time to make good better. Now it's the time to invest. Invest time into you. Invest time into your family. Them statements, you get on my nerves, I'm at my breaking point, I can't take it no more. It's all self-reflective time to start looking at what you can do to be a better person. This is not time to sit at home and start correcting the other person. Because at the end of the day, that person is still, I can't stress it enough, that person is still responsible for them and not you. They're not, let me say that again. You're not responsible for their self-development. They're responsible for their self-development. They're not responsible for your self-development. You're responsible for your self-development. I like that phrase that's going all over the internet, be her peace, or he be his peace. When the long and short, peace lies within. Peace lies within. Now, you either connect with toxic people or you don't connect with toxic people. That's your choice. And that's what irritates your peace. But you find peace from within. You spend time with you and see what makes you centered. That peace is about you being centered, being on point with who you are as an individual and where you're going. Some people don't know what that feels like because it's constant turmoil. Either they pulling in the past, they holding on to the past, they pulling in the future, and they mixing everything all together. And standing in the present, and it's like bouncing 3 basketballs at the same time. And it just looks crazy because one ball is going to dribble out of effect eventually. And then it's going to be 2. And then even with trying to bounce 2, you only can bounce 2 for so long together. But how smooth and eloquent it would be. And maybe I'm not using the right word, eloquent. It just fit right for that moment. Got that from Martin Lawrence, so it just fit right for that moment. But how smooth and gracefully it would look for you to be bouncing one ball on a one repetitious beat, in and out, swerving, going through and double. Like you don't understand how peace works until you feel what peace feels like. And then you become addicted to it. And anything that frustrates you, you kick it out. So those toxic relationships that here and there text you to see how you doing, or they nice and sweet, and then they just trigger arguments. Because of your inner peace, you choose not to engage with them people anymore. You might have love for them, but you don't engage in interactions with them. You close that chapter because that chapter upsets your peace. It brings a threat to who you are when you're centered. So you make this time for you and understanding you, and your self-awareness will continue to allow your relationship to flourish, because their self-awareness will allow them to flourish in a relationship. You have to understand that in order to move forward. You will not be able to move forward in this quarantine if you don't understand that. If they're fighting demons, they got to fight it on their own. You can't help them fight their own demons, just like they can't help you fight your own demons. And during this time where everything has slowed up, it's time to really do an emotional checkup. See what's really going on with you. And it's okay to get help if it's too much for you. The strongest and most successful people have people helping them. It don't make you a weak person. It only makes you a stronger person. Because getting help allows another person to become that sounding board and to bounce ideas. Everything that you have to get where you need to go is from within. True, healthy, successful counseling and life coaching is only pulling out what's already in you. It's in you to thrive. It's in you to be successful. It's in you to flourish. And so if you're sitting down with someone, those are things you got to keep in mind. So You want to give your significant other space. If they want to lay in the bed, let them lay in